So the reason that I haven't been posting any videos is that right after the procedures from the Mayo Clinic were over, I started to get better, but then unfortunately, uh, everything went south on me, and um, the symptoms were just like across the board. Couldn't swallow, aches and pains throughout my body. Every movement seemed to come with it some amount of pain. No appetite. I started throwing up every morning. Um, Man, I could go on, but the point being that after a month or so of that, I started to think, well, this must be the way it's going to be. And I didn't like the idea of living like that. And for some months after that, um, I was in this really dark place where I was just thinking about, well, this isn't the way I want life to be. And having already lived a pretty satisfactory life, and 61 isn't, you know, longevity these days, but it's not a bad run. I was just starting to think, well, maybe I'm just done with this life and this incarnation, and maybe it's time to move on to the next whatever's out there. And that thought really started to appeal to me. And so, um, not only was I not making posts, I mean, why would I want to put that message out there, or that I'm doing crappy all the time, um, you know, day after day, week after week, but also that I couldn't like wrap my head around doing anything. I didn't have the energy some days to go from my bed to my couch, and it quite literally took me hours of effort and thinking about getting out of bed to finally get out of bed, because I knew I had to move, I had to eat, and it was a really, really, really shitty time. And being that I had those dark thoughts, um, I decided that before I checked out, I would go to Italy and visit my beloved Deanna. And when I went there, she started really shoving lots of food at me, way more than I felt very comfortable at all eating, and exceedingly healthy foods. I mean, not just um, fresh vegetables and juices and meats and all that, but it had to be organic, and it had to be um, non-processed food. And um, so after the first several days, I had started to feel a little bit better. There was more to it, but um, that's the gist of the um, change that took place. There's some serious massages that took place, and we'd go on walks, and the walks became longer and longer and longer. And initially, I could last only maybe 20 minutes as far as a walk went, but with her at my side and plying me with the food and everything, eventually it would come to a couple of 1 hour walks a day. And this it didn't change me so much that I'm doing well. I'm just doing a lot better. And that was the big concern for me when I was having the dark thoughts, is that I'm never going to get better. And she sure showed me that there's a different way. And so, what I am committed to at this point in time is learning how to take care of myself that is going to be in an extreme way regarding all those kinds of, fresh nuts and grains and leafy vegetables and vegetable juicing, not, the kind you get from the can or the store, but from fresh vegetables. And it's very time consuming, but, what cost, what's the value that is placed on good health? And am I going to live up to that value? And so these are the questions that I've asked myself and come to the conclusion that this is really worth the effort. So, in a nutshell, that is what has happened. And as soon as I am more confident about the way to go about posting this and knowing that I'm not wasting my time by making videos, I will provide some more information. So, there you have it, and I hope you listen in, and I hope to provide you value in the future. Bye.